Today on Hopped Up Beer Review, we're going to be trying IPA by Uproot Brewery out of Birmingham, Alabama. Thanks for joining us. Hey everybody, welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer we're drinking and reviewing. Back to do that again. Thank you for checking out this video. I've got Andy in the attic. I've got Jay. I am Ben. Gentlemen, what are we drinking today?
We're going to have IPA from Uproot Brewing. It's a interesting can. Just says IPA, India Pale Ale. Let's drink.
What more do you need? What more do you need? All right. Who picked this one up?
I did.
Figured you had, but based on the location, but just wanted to ask.
Yeah, it didn't intrigue me for a while. So I'm highly curious what you guys think. There's chunks in mine.
You always get the chunkage.
Yeah, how is it that you get the majority of the flocculence, or the can with the flocculation?
I mean, yours looks
floating in there.
Yeah, the bottom.
Did you pour the right beer?
Yeah. Yours looks very hazy and.
Look at the stuff in the bottom.
Yeah. Yours looks a lot different than ours.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers.
Cheers, mates.
It was labeled on Untapped as an American IPA. The can just says it's an IPA. Their website is the barest of bones. And it has two tabs to click on: their hours of operation and their menu. And it just lists the beer.
Sounds like the Hopped Up Beer Review website.
Yeah. We have one?
Two tabs. We do.
7%, 55 IBUs. Uproot Brewing Company out of Birmingham, Alabama is a brew pub. It was opened by the former head brewer at Ferris Artisan Ales in was that Trussville, Jay?
Yeah,
around
Birmingham area. Trussville, yeah, south.
Yeah,
a little bit south, southeast.
He actually started contract brewing for Uproot through Ferris Artisan Ales in 2022. But then he moved in 2023. But later in 2022, he acquired the Ghost Train's 3rd Avenue South, their original location, when they shuttered it to focus mainly on their 1st Avenue location. So he moved right into that space and opened it, the brick and mortar, around February of 2023.
Was that the one we visited?
Yeah, it would have been about 7 months after we were there.
It looks completely different online. It's more inviting on the inside versus the Ghost Train
warehouse.
We sat in. He named it Uproot for a couple of reasons. The main one was that his parents were both Navy kids, and so they were always being uprooted. They moved like 15 to 20 times growing up. And then he wanted to add a food component to complement the brand, and therefore Uproot, meaning they use a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables in the food they serve, and which might, explain all the fruit that we see on this. Heavy lifting's done. Let's have some fun.
All right. Jay, have you had this before? Because I'm assuming Andy has not.
He has, so he's stepping out.
Yeah.
Yes, I've had it before.
Yeah, I figured you had.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Anything to add to what Andy said before I jump in and review?
No, I'm not as familiar with Uproot. Like you said, Andy, I guess they started in February of 23 or took over that tap room. So you only see a limited set of stuff that they distribute. Yeah, I'm not certain.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'll jump in and go first. So I'm going to say first, I actually like this beer. I think it's good. That's an IPA. There's not really, I mean, it's just a touch of bitter. But I get so much orange out of this one. That's what I take out of it. So I don't know if that bitter, little bit of bitter is just a little bit of orange peel in there. But I mean, it's citrus to me is the primary flavor. I like it. I would definitely drink it again. I'm going to actually give this one an 8. I think it's very refreshing and crisp. Tastes good to me.
I like it as well. It's it's a lot of citrus, very that citrus tropical feel. I can't tell like an orange or tangerine. Very low bitter, although smells like it would be more bitter than it tastes. And it drinks more like a juicy New England style versus just an American. So I just don't know if it was mislabeled on Untapped or what, because they didn't really indicate on their site. It's really good. I give it 7.5. Juicy.
All right, Jay.
Yeah, I struggle with this beer. The first time I had it, I was like you guys, the first few sips, and about halfway through the beer, I was like, this I don't like. I liked it, then I don't like it. There's something about it on the back end that really gets to me. My beer looks completely different than you guys. I don't know why.
It does. Yeah.
And that causes me to question the one that I had last time, the one I'm having this time, one you guys are having. They all seem to be a little bit different. I couldn't see any date on this can, so maybe I was wrong, just bad lighting or something. But it's on the very back end of it. To me, it's got some orange peel, grapefruit peel, something in there. I can't put my fingers on it, but it's a mouthful thick, kind of coats. So I mean, I struggle going back and forth on it, just because of the inconsistency, and I don't know. That's probably a bias that I shouldn't have, but I've experienced it. So I'm gonna go with a 7.5 on the first few sips I've had of this one, just to say this is what I'm drinking from and judging, not past, present, or I guess not past to the future, but
take a few big gulps and see if the score drops.
Yeah,
get down to those chunks.
It's almost like yours is a bit milky, just from what it looks like to us. I mean, mine is somewhat clear. I mean, it's not obviously 100% clear.
You can't see through mine.
Yeah, I mean, mine's not clear, but it's pretty close.
But these are all from the same 6-pack, and so the first one I had was kind of awkward. This one appears to be in the same scale as that. Your two seem to be a little more clear.
Yeah.
I don't know about the other 3 because honestly, I gave them away.
Are you ready? So I think he kept the wrong one.
Probably so.
That's going to be a 7.74, the IPA from Uproot Brewing out of Birmingham, Alabama. Definitely one that is interesting. And, you know, I think that if you've had it, let us know what you think about it. Check it out if you have not, and you can find it. But I'm definitely interested to see the space again, what they do with Ghost Train. So definitely we'll check out the website for this brewery now. Take a few pictures, and I'll put that link down below in the description as well. But definitely appreciate you guys checking out this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and cheers that notification bell. Check us out on all social media links down below in the description. Come say hey at our Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server. It's a chat room, and Andy is the only scary thing there. Also, if you have any interesting Hopped Up Beer Review merch, there's a link below, and then we have a link for some of the hardware we use to record the show and some of the glassware links that we have purchased as well. So you can check those out if any of those interest you. And with that, end it. For Andy in the attic and Jay, I am Ben. Cheers mates.
Cheers, mates.